Majorette was founded in 1961 in France and originally came into being to create model railroads and accessories. And the original name of the company was Rail Route. But in 1964, they introduced cars, and then in 1967, the company changed its name to Majorette as we know it today. Through the years, Majorette had its up and downs, and had some great success, and then hit some really rough patches. And during the latest rough patch in 2009, the company effectively failed and was sold to Simba Dickey, which is a German company. And Simba Dickey owns this company to today. And Simba Dickey is better known as Dickey Toys, which is a very common toy brand. So my interest is in Majorette in the U.S. market, and they've had a very rocky time in the U.S. They did have some distribution via Toys R Us until a few years ago when Toys R Us itself went out of business, at least in the U.S. I mean, they still exist in other countries, but here all the Toys R Us stores are gone. However, in 2019, Simba Dickey also acquired Jada Toys, and Jada Toys is a U.S. company that sells, diecast cars. And so via Jada Toys, Majorette now has distribution in the United States again. And currently the cars are available via Target, Hobby Lobby, and then a few things on Amazon. In the U.S., but they're very rare. There's been very few models that they've brought into the U.S. and they've been very hard to find, especially in Targets. And Hobby Lobby has such a limited selection when you go in there. They might have 2 or 3 different models on the pegs at any given time that it's really really hard to find much of anything. On the table here is everything that I have found in the U.S. market so far, and this is first-party sellers in the U.S. So I'm referring just to Target, just to Hobby Lobby and Amazon. Obviously, you can through various third-party sellers that import things directly from Europe. You can get some other stuff, but even that is fairly rare. But Majorette is a brand that I've really fallen in love with for some reason. It's definitely a toy brand, and I know on my channel I talk a lot about the more premium brands that are more accurate scale models, and Majorette definitely does not really fall into that category. But they make some very cool toys, and some of them are reasonably accurate as well. They aren't true to scale. They definitely play fast and loose with their scale. But to me, that doesn't really bother me that much. Like this Porsche that I'm holding is 1/60th scale, so it's definitely a little bit large. And if you put it next to something that's truly 1/64 scale, you can easily see the size difference. Like this is a Schuko. I believe this is 1/64th, and you can see. I mean, even though this car has gotten larger, this is a much older version of the car. The car itself has gotten larger through time, but this is oversized. But anyway, that doesn't really bother me all that much. And there's just something about these Majorettes that really appeals to me. So I was going to do 2 things in this video. First, I want to issue a challenge to other people in the diecast community. And this challenge has 3 different forms that you can choose. If you're in the U.S., I want to see what Majorette cars you have found in stores and via Amazon. So Target, Hobby Lobby, or Amazon. So basically, what is Jada Toys bringing into the U.S.? Because I know I don't have everything, and I would like to see what else has been here that I've missed. And if you're not in the U.S., then just show us some Majorette cars that you have that are going to make us jealous. I know there's a lot of fantastic stuff that Majorette has released that we simply do not get. And I would like to see that. I obviously watch a lot of other channels, and I see Majorette featured all the time. So there's a lot of things I'm already jealous of, but I'd like to see your picks and show me what you think's going to really make us jealous. And then the third is, if you don't have any Majorette in your collection, then show off some of your other European brands. You know, Majorette isn't the only European brand. There's many others. There's Norev, there's Schuko, there's Welly, there's Siku, there's Solido, or Solido, and Barago are some of the more well-known ones. But there's many, many others beyond that. And so I would like to see those. But beyond that, the second part of this video is I'm just going to quickly walk through the cars that I have found, and just as a quick overview. So the first one, obviously, since I've been holding it this entire time, is this yellow Porsche with the skis on top. And this Porsche is part of the Porsche edition that I think has gotten Majorette quite a lot of attention, because these are very cool models. And a lot of channels have shown these. I've shown them several times already. You have opening hood and you have opening doors and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to go into detail on these, but they have brought, that I've seen, they have brought two of these into the U.S. So they've brought the yellow one and they brought this blue one with the surfboard, and that's it. There's 6 cars in the series, or at least this was the 2020 series, and there's 6 cars in the series, but they only brought in 2 as far as I have seen, which is really discouraging to me. And all of the cars that I've seen are what Majorette considers deluxe cars. I have not found any single pack of their other lines. Like Majorette has various different levels, like at least 3 levels where they have like basic cars, and then they have premium cars, and then they have these deluxe cars, which deluxe have more moving parts, and they have rubber tires, so 2-piece wheels with rubber tires and so on. So they're the nicest model. So at least we're getting the best stuff, but we're just not getting very much of it as far as I've seen. So I found a total of 11 of the deluxe cars, and then they've brought 2 5-packs in. And there's a Porsche 5-pack, which is awesome. And this is still readily available in Targets. And then there is a Formula E 5-pack, which was available via Amazon. I believe that's a little bit rarer now. But okay, so Porsches, first off, there were two of these brought in. They also brought in this Valent 934, which is a very cool car. This casting, I think, is a little let down by the suspension. Like, it sits a little high. It would look better if it sat a little bit lower, but it's still a very cool model. They brought in this really weird Safiro. It's an odd choice to bring into the U.S. We do not have this car in the U.S., or we have it under a completely different name. I don't know what this is. This is a Nissan, so it'd be, I don't know, a Camry or something in the U.S. I'm sure somebody can tell me what that is, if we have this in the U.S. at all. This is just a little bit of an odd choice in like this drift livery, but it's cool. We've gotten a grand total, as far as I know, a grand total of 1 WRC car, which is this Hyundai, which is another little bit of an odd choice. I did at one point think I saw a peg hunt video where they saw a Red Bull version of the Gall or the Polo, but I have never found it. And in fact, I haven't seen any new Majorette in Target in the last like 4 or 5 months. So their supply is very dry at the moment. Hobby Lobby has had a few things, but Target has not. This one I did find at Target though. But that's it. Grand total of 1, and there's a number of these cars in the set. So, but we did get, as far as I know, at least 3 Nissan R35 Gtrs. And there's this one that's kind of a metallic purple. They're all kind of a shade of purple in reality. This one in, another metallic purple, kind of I guess a racing livery. And then this one in a very cool purplish blue. I guess you can call it blue. Call it blue chrome. So 2 purple and one blue chrome, although this color really is verging on a purple too. But it's like a bluish chrome. This is a really cool version. And then they also brought in this kind of strange looking, it's a little too wide, this Mustang. Not necessarily the best Mustang casting. And the wheels, these chrome chrome wheels. These I blackwashed these chrome wheels to tone them down a little bit, but the way that they look like this before, and you can see that, you know, they have no depth to them. So, you know, anyway, I added a little blackwash to that to make them look a little bit better. Then they brought this BMW food truck, or not BMW, Volkswagen food truck. And I believe there was one other Volkswagen. I seem to remember the first time I saw these in Target that there was one other version of this Volkswagen van that I did not pick up. But it's, but I don't remember what it was. I just vaguely remember seeing that. And then the last one was this green Land Rover. And I also seem to remember at the time when I picked this up that there was a red, white, and blue Land Rover as well hanging on the pegs that I didn't grab, and I now really regret that because I have never found it again. And I collect Land Rovers, so I would like to have that version, and I have not seen it. So, but yeah, so this one was another one that I found in a Target. And so that's it. I mean, that's all I found as far as these go. And then there's the 5-packs, and the Porsche 5-pack is great. This is a fantastic release. It has a 934 in this Brumos livery, which is very cool. It has a police Panamera, which is pretty cool. It's kind of got a funky trailer hitch on the back, but you know, what are you going to do? And then it has two 911 Gt3 Rs'S, one in yellow. This one's a little bit let down by the wheels because these are basic, or probably what they would consider premium level. Because they have plastic wheels and tires, but they still have moving parts. So the door's still open on these. But yeah, so this one's let down a little bit by the wheels, but it's still, the casting itself is pretty cool. It does have a plastic wing, but it's still pretty cool. And then there's this very cool one in purple. This is the same casting, the Gt3 RS, but it has much better looking wheels, and it's just overall a very, very nice casting. And then the last one was this blue, what was this? The 718 Boxster. And again, the wheels are not the best. That's always been kind of the weakness with Majorette. The wheels are a little hit and miss. You know, like they're on their deluxe cars, these chrome wheels, they just have no depth to them. But that's fixable with a little black wash, and then some of their basic wheels are not that great, but they've improved, and they seem to be putting more attention on the wheels that they're including on these vehicles, which is cool. And then the second 5-pack, which I got off of Amazon, is this Formula E 5-pack. So you just get the same casting, again with plastic wheels and tire. You know, they're one-piece wheels, but in 5 different Formula E liveries. If you're not familiar with Formula E, it's an electric race car racing series, and it's been around for a few years now. A lot of people don't really like it because electric cars don't sound right, and the cars are, you know, relatively slow compared to other race cars. But I think it's pretty cool. It's a pretty competitive form of motorsport because all the cars use the same chassis. So these all look the same. They just have different liveries on them. So this one is a Nissan livery. So the powertrain in this is a Nissan electric powertrain, and then this is Dragon Racing. And then the last one was the the Formula E, I believe this was the demo livery, or maybe this is maybe they ran this livery. I don't know. I don't remember exactly which one this one is. But anyway, so this was a 5-pack. The 5-packs were available via Amazon. For the basic retail price, which was $12.99, and then this 5-pack, this Porsche 5-pack, is still readily available in Targets. I've seen a number of them sitting on the shelves, which is unfortunate because it's a very cool 5-pack, and it's totally worth the $13 that it costs. But anyway, this is all I have found in the U.S., so I'm very curious to know what other people have seen. I know at least I saw a video that David at Twice Diecast posted where he was in a Hobby Lobby and he found some car and trailer sets, which I have never seen. So that I thought that was very interesting. So I know there's a lot of other stuff out there. So I'd like to know. I'd like to see what you've come up with. And then as far as the other majorettes, kind of on the making you jealous side, this one I did not get. This is not one that they have brought in as far as I know. But this Lamborghini Aventador in a nice flat black. This is a very cool version of the Aventador. And this came out of a Lamborghini 5-pack that I found in a third-party seller. Somebody brought it in from Japan. And then the same with this Mercedes AMG, what is this specific car? AMG GT. Again, it's a nice black. And the wheels on this are not stellar, but I think it looks pretty cool. And this is a nice model. And then the Red Bull WRC car, Polo WRC car, is very cool. This is a basic model, so it doesn't even have an interior, but it's cool. And then the last one was the first Majorette that I ever picked up, and I ordered this off of eBay in order to just check out the brand. And my initial impression with it wasn't entirely favorable, but I've since really fallen in love with the brand for some reason. I'm not even really sure why that is, but I just have. I find I love their cars. I just do. I'm not going to apologize for it. But so there you go. So yeah. So if you've got some Majorette, show them off. Make sure you leave a comment below to let me know that you've created a video on this, and I'd like to check them out and see what you have. If you found stuff in the U.S., I'd love to see it. Especially if it's something that I don't already have, love to see it. Even if it is something I already have, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And if you're in Europe, bring them, bring them out. Let's see what you have, and make us jealous. It shouldn't be very hard. So, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time.